All right, Pisces, let's get into a reading. So I just want to do a quick reading and see, how are you being viewed? Right this moment, how are you being viewed? This could be by your friends, your family, your peers, your acquaintances. Maybe you're going for a job and let's see how they're going to view you. This could be anyone or anything. Please keep an open mind and please do not assume that this is an ex, okay? If you assume it's an ex, that's on you, baby. That's on you. I can only do so much. So how are you being viewed right now? Okay, you're being viewed as someone who's got what they deserve. You're being viewed as someone who's happy, you're satisfied, you're emotionally fulfilled. That's how you're being viewed. So people who know you feel like you're happy. So if I was to say, did you know that Travis really isn't happy? Someone would look at me and go, you're lying. That person is the most happy and most confident person I've ever met. That's what I'm saying. Are we noticing the little baby doing the zoomies behind me? Okay, so when guinea pigs do zoomies, it's because they're happy, they're excited. Now, what's the odds that the moment I bring in the energy of how are you being viewed, she starts running like a racehorse behind me? So that's how you're being viewed. You're being viewed as someone who's maybe moving quickly through life. You're being viewed as someone who's very emotionally fulfilled. You're satisfied. Things are turning fair for you. You're being viewed as someone who, you know, if I was to tell someone, you know, so-and-so, I think they cried themselves to sleep last night, people would call me a liar. There's no way. They were so happy yesterday. That's how you're being viewed. Yeah, there's something here about you being viewed as someone who found the love of their life, or you have figured out the key to some sort of success. There's a love, there's a joy, there's a thrill that you have for life. So it really depends where you're at in your life. You know, some of you are single. Some of you are in a relationship. Some of you are married and you've been married so long you don't know who you are without them. Give me a little bit more for how you're being viewed. You're being viewed as someone who's healed. You've rested, you've reflected. You've maybe even reflected on certain connections that took from you and never really gave. So people could also be viewing you as someone where you've learned a lot about yourself, maybe about your home life, about what equal giving and receiving looks like. Again, and a lot of people are seeing you as someone where you're able to get some sense of happiness because you did that work. Have you ever met someone and they seem like they have their shit together and you go to their family member and you're like, hey, how did they do that? You know, like when they broke up with so-and-so and they just act like they don't care. How do they do that? That's what I'm saying, but with you. There's a sense of like curiosity when it comes to how you achieve this emotional fulfillment. How did you get the love of your life? How have you guys been together for 4+ years and you're still in the honeymoon stage, or 40 years? I need answers. I need details. You get that on Amazon. That's what I'm saying, okay? Hey guys, I want to take a quick break and say thank you to today's sponsor, Psychic Source. Psychic Source is one of the oldest and most trusted psychic services in the industry. Their journey began over 35 years ago. With Psychic Source, you are able to connect with a professional, gifted advisor, however you feel the most comfortable, whether this is text, video chat, or phone call. Their advisors are committed to hope, healing, and empowering you. And their commitment when it comes to professionalism and ethical standards sets them apart from their competitors. Each advisor on Psychic Source adheres to a comprehensive code of ethics, which will guarantee a positive and uplifting experience for every person seeking some sort of wisdom, clarity, or guidance. If you're not happy with your reading through Psychic Source, it will be absolutely free. That's one of the best things about Psychic Source. Not only do they have a 24/7 customer care that is not outsourced, but you also have a money-back guarantee. So let's say that you have a reading and you're not completely satisfied. You can reach out to that 24/7 customer care service and get your money-back guarantee. And I really enjoy Psychic Source. There's times where I feel confused, unsure. I need clarity. We all need clarity sometimes, including me. And Psychic Source can really come in and help me get connected back to my intuition. It's kind of like they say the things that I've always knew. They say the things that I knew deep down. I just needed someone to say it to me, to connect me back to my intuition. And that's where Psychic Source comes in. Again, with that money back guarantee, what do you have to lose? So today, guys, I actually have a link that's going to be in the description, in the comment section, and actually on the screen. And with this link specifically, you can get 40 minutes with Psychic Source for only $19.80. Now that is a $240 value. And another good part about this, guys, is let's say you get an advisor with your 40 minutes and you don't really mesh with that advisor, you can hold off, use 10 minutes with that advisor, decide, okay, this isn't the session for me. You can cut that session down and take your 30 minutes that you have, that you've done paid your $19.80 with, and use it on a different advisor. So that's one of the best things about Psychic Source, is they really do give the client, the customer, the ability to be completely satisfied. So guys, again, if you would like to check it out, I have a link in the description, in the comment section, and on the screen. And if there is a code to use, I will have that down there as well. So again, guys, 40 minutes for only $19.80. If you would like to jump on that with your money back guarantee, you can find it down below. Thank you again, Psychic Source, for sponsoring today's video. And thank you guys for being subscribers, for liking, commenting, sharing. Because of you, this is possible and these opportunities are being brought to the channel. So I can't say thank you enough. All right, let's get back to the reading. A lot of people are viewing you as someone who's very emotionally open. You're giving, you're nurturing, you're mature, you're compassionate. So if I was to tell people the things that have brought you to your knees behind the scenes, I think people would tell me you're a liar, because there are so many cups here. And it's an energy of, how can someone who loves the way that you do have been hurt that way, had been taken advantage that way, had been, you know, most people who are very open and loving and giving, a lot of people automatically assume, oh, well, they had a good upbringing. They ain't never been through no trauma. They don't know what heartbreak looks like. When you don't know that. Maybe they've allowed themselves to go through that trauma and say, I will not let this trauma define me. I am not my past. I am not what I've been through. I am not my trauma. I am not what people have claimed I am. I'm choosing happiness. I'm choosing to write my own story, to be fulfilled on my own path. Give me a little bit more. Okay. You know, it's interesting. I'm also seeing the universe protecting you from people who are wanting to come towards you with a sense of aggression. I don't know if you know that, but I'm seeing an energy here of, you've turned your back. These could be family members. These could, you know, this could even be an energy of, maybe you quit a job and they've threatened to sue you because you signed a contract. You could have a loophole in that contract. You could be like, yeah, but here's the thing. You voided the contract because you never gave me the things that you said you were going to give me in the contract. So what are you talking about? But what I'm saying is that Spirit could be protecting you from these people in this sense of like aggression, because it's an energy of, you've been investing, you've been doing the right thing, so to speak. And even if you don't do the right thing, it's not because you did it with those intentions. It's like, let's say that you seen a quarter on the floor and you picked it up. You didn't pick up the quarter because you a thief. You picked it up because it's on the floor, and I'd rather it be in my pocket than litter in the floor. Like, that's what I'm saying. But I am saying maybe some sense of aggression and a sense of certain things wanting to come towards you with a very aggressive, erratic behavior. And Spirit is showing me that right now your focus is stability. That's what they want your focus to be. So if they know someone or something could come in and maybe ruffle your feathers and they don't feel like you're prepared for it, they're not even going to let it get the opportunity to come near you. Now, the opportunities coming near you are opportunities to show you that if it's bad, you have more control over your stability than you think. So what do I mean by that? Let's say that this is like something bad coming back in. Hey, listen, you owe this kind of money. You didn't know. Where in the past you would have freaked out and been like, oh my God, I got to sell everything. Freak out, freak out, freak out. You now are able to handle it in a more grounded way. You're like, you know what? It's okay. We're going to figure it out. Did they take payment plans? No? Okay. We'll figure it out. It's fine. And it's allowing you to see that you are able to handle things in a more grounded and stable way. But I am seeing, again, with that erratic behavior, that Spirit is telling you that they want you to know that they're protecting you from things that would be coming in divine timing, but it's also an energy of you've turned your back on it for so long that the divine timings ran out. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Because all I see is you turning your back on something, and everything that you've turned your back on, it's got swords. Well, I want to be honest. I want to be truthful, but it's met with like aggression and a sense of like telling you. And your energy's a lot more soft. Your energy's a lot more like, I don't know, healed, peaceful. This is the kind of energy that if you knew you were going to go to a party and it was going to get out of hand, you're going to decide not to go to the party at all. I don't got FOMO. I ain't missing nothing, okay? Actually, I want to watch my favorite TV show. That's your energy. There's something about your energy where you know you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing anyone. You're not yearning for anything. You're not yearning for anyone. You're honestly happy, content, and completely fulfilled with where you're at. Whether you're in a relationship, whether you got a pet alligator out back, whether you completely single as a Pringle and you by yourself and people think you lonely, you're like, baby, I ain't lonely, okay? They projected. I ain't lonely. I'm happy. And I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that you're very healed. And that there's a like an appreciation and a love for life that was no longer able, okay, hold on. There's an appreciation and a love for life that you wouldn't have been able to have with these erratic, like aggressive people. What is this? I don't like this. It's balance happening. That's what it is. And these are people who once would take your cup and like pour into them. They're now seeing you pour into yourself. And the devil. I don't like that. Yeah, Page of... Five of Wands. Okay, so... be careful of people trying to come in and disturb your peace. Be careful of people coming in and telling you that they're bringing balance when they're bringing codependency, trauma, toxicity. I'm definitely seeing spirit protecting you, okay? But I'm also seeing that that protection might be in a way where it's not directly at you, it comes around. So let me give you an example. Let's say that this is that toxic family member, that mom that's just toxic as What you don't know is that that toxic family member, they're blocked from you. Spirit has been protecting you. You know Spirit's got your back, okay? And, you know, maybe you've done what you've needed to do to not have access to this person. You've blocked them. You've told them, I don't want a relationship with you. But this is going to be that family member that's going to go behind your back and call other people and say, hey, where's so-and-so going to be at this week? I want to pop up. And what I'm saying is that this person is so used to you pouring into them that they're having a hard time, like, not getting their way, is what I'm saying, to be honest with you. And I'm saying that you've kind of come to terms with what this is. You're happy. So if this is a family member, you're okay with this family member not being in your life. But I'm also seeing this family member kind of forcing it. Yeah, I know you're happy with it, but I'm going to pop up at places that I know you're going to be because I deserve to be in your life. There's a sense of like entitlement. And I'm saying that Spirit is telling you to maybe just be aware. Yeah, Nine of Wands. This is definitely someone who's done some dirty work. I'm saying that this is someone who's disappointed around the fact that this is over. Yeah. So some of you might not know that Spirit's been protecting you from someone, but that they're going to try to find a way around the protection. So again, this could be you've not seen that family member in forever. You've went to family reunions for the past 5 years and they've not popped up. Well, now all of a sudden they want to pop up. Now, this person was not aware around the fact that you meant what you said what you meant. This person's done some damage. With the Nine of Wands, this is that family member where you've come to terms with the fact that they're never going to change. They're selfish. They don't care about you. There's an energy like that here. Again, this could be a lover, but this is going to be that person who's going to pop up at the club that they know you're always at. It's going to pop up at y'all's friend's house when they know that that's your friends, and you should have got that in a separation. There's going to be something like that taking place. And then what I'm seeing is that this person is going to get an awareness or confirmation that this is really over, that you're so disappointed that it's like, I don't want this. I know you keep saying, but I'm your mom, I'm your dad, but we're family. I don't care. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that that's going to be the moment where this person realizes that, one, what they used to see as balance and ways to heal this relationship, that doesn't work anymore. But two, there's a new sheriff in town, and it's you. It's a happy you. It's a you that's okay with going without because you know you're not missing anything. It's a you that's like, listen, I don't want this. Yeah, you keep saying we're family. I'm your mom, I'm your dad. I get that, but you're not. You don't show up in that way. And I know you want a relationship with me, but I don't want a relationship with you. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that there's a big awareness here around kind of like where you're at in your life. And you know, some people here could mistake your kindness for weakness. What do I mean by that? A lot of people could think, okay, well, because you were nice in this text message, that means you want to get back together. Because you waved at me in town, that means you really like me still. When maybe you're just friendly. Maybe you're just kind. Maybe you don't go around giving people the middle finger. And I am saying here with this devil energy, somebody might end up getting kind of their feelings hurt when they realize that this isn't what they want it to be. And that you found some sort of fulfillment in a different way. Yeah. I also see something new coming in, some sort of new passion. This could be someone new that you desire. This could be someone where there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of desire. This also could be a passion project or something exciting. So some of you, you're either about to find something out that makes you really excited, that's going to be like really fun. Maybe you're going to start a new passion project. This could be like a garden. This could be anything of that sort. Or this could be someone new who's coming in as this is shifting. Because again, you're being viewed as someone who's very open and you're giving. But I think what a lot of people are not noticing is that, yeah, you're giving, but just because you're giving doesn't mean you're going to give everything. A lot of people think, oh, well, that's a giving person, they'll give to me. Giving people are allowed to decide who they want to give to and who they do not. And what I'm saying is that your focus is peace. Does this bring me peace? Or do you bring me chaos? When I'm around you, do I get a headache? Do I get stressed the hell out? Or do you do the complete opposite for me? Let me ask myself that question. And sadly, for the people that the universe is protecting you from, they don't bring you peace. They bring you drama and chaos and things that are perceived as balance, but it's actually selfishness wrapped up, disguised as love. Like, that's what I'm saying, okay? What do you need to know? You need to know that spirit, okay. This is probably going to be mean, and that's okay, okay? What do you need to know? Spirit is saying what you need to know is that we want you to start being so selfish that you're worried if you're breadcrumbing other people. Because I feel like what's happened here is that some of you are such givers with this Queen of Cups. You consider people, you put yourself in their shoes, you're forgiving, you're understanding, you're all the things that have never been extended to you, so to speak. And Spirit is saying, and we love that about you, that's beautiful, that's amazing, but now it's your turn. And Spirit is saying, listen, it's your turn for you to go find that giving and that receiving. It's okay for someone to look at you and go, wow, you're a selfish man. You just want a girl to give you everything. Okay, take it how you want it. That's fine. Bye, Veronica. This could be a man who wants to pull you think you that special? You ain't that special. I wouldn't give you nothing. All right. Bye, Brad. Move out of my way. That's what I'm saying. And Spirit is telling me that if you can have that sense of like confidence, like, you know what? Like a black cat. I'll let you know if you can pet me. And if I don't want you to pet me, you won't. that there could be some sort of perceived success that you don't see coming in very quickly. Something that's going to make you very excited, and it's going to be really fun. But again, it's an energy here of needing to make sure you're not being taken advantage of, but also needing to make sure that you remember who the fuck you are. Okay? Actually, it's reminding me of that Glorilla song, Shawty Bad as Hell, and she red like my favorite color. Anyways, in that song, she says, I don't mean to brag or nothing. Nah, F it, to be honest, I don't brag enough. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, listen, for too long, you've been in the energy of, I don't mean to brag or anything. I want to be humble. Middle finger up. You've been humble long enough, okay? Okay? No, we're done. You don't brag enough, okay? You don't put yourself on that pedestal enough. You ain't seeing how great you are enough. So here I am to tell you that you need to, instead of like taking your ego down, which is what most of these readings are about, it's like lower your ego. Don't be so egotistical, baby. You need to turn yours up. Turn yours up a little bit, okay? Turn it up. Turn it up. Go have a little bit of fun. Turn it up just a little bit. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to be honest. I'm saying that it could end up disappointing other people where you're kind of at in your life. Where you're in that, you know what? I don't care. You think I'm selfish? I don't care. You think I'm mean? I don't care. You think I'm cheap? I don't care. You think I'm egotistical? I don't care. You think I'm the kind of man where he thinks that he's just shit but he ain't? I don't care. You think I'm a player? I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Getting this I don't care energy. Now, what is going to happen because of that? My legs are starting to itch. You could end up going in a different direction or a different path. Yeah, a lot of people are going to end up spying on you that you once left behind, or people who are missing your energy. Continue to manifest forward and have the strength and the courage to take action and go after what you want. Ew, okay. Okay, I love this for you. Leave it here. Bye, guys.